Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carly Cashman Crespo, otherwise known as the Teeny Tiny Realtor, and this is going to be step number 2 in the what you need to know when you start the home buying process as a first-time home buyer or a haven't bought in a while buyer. Now this step is knowing your wants and needs and prioritizing those as you start your home buying process. Now this seems like a step that might be obvious, but at the end of the day, I have gone and experienced World War III with some of these couples that are buying a house together. When you're buying it for the first time, and we all understand that this is a humongous decision, huge purchase, there's a lot that goes into it, and you're trying to envision, like, what do I see myself living in for the next 3 to 5 to 20 years? And when there's multiple opinions in that, it starts to get a little hairy. So establishing what your wants are and what your needs are before you start looking is actually a really important step. And with some of my clients that have really differing opinions with their spouses, I almost say to make a Pinterest board or a joint board that helps us understand, do we like open concept? Do we like having a little separation between the rooms? Do we want a front yard? Do we need a fenced in yard? What does the neighborhood look like when you're imagining your children growing up or walking your dog or things that you know you're going to do on a daily basis? Where are the schools that you are interested in having your children go to? What's the commute look like? How long does it take you to get to your grocery store? Things like that may come up as you start this process. But I do think something that's very important to know is what is a want versus a need. A need is something that is absolutely vital. If it doesn't have a need, there's no purpose in looking at it. A want is something that you'd really prefer to have, but if it's not there, it's not a make or break if it has all of the needs. So needs would be, we have multiple cars and our cars have been broken into at our rental, so a need would be a 2-car garage. If it has a 1-car garage, it's not an option because it doesn't fulfill said need. Or a need would be, it needs to have a backyard that has the option of being fenced in because we have multiple dogs or we have children that play outside every day, so we need a backyard. If it doesn't have a backyard that's suitable for that, there's no purpose in seeing it. But on the flip side, say that you want a pool, but it has that garage, it has the backyard, but it doesn't have a pool, you may entertain seeing it because it fulfills the needs, but may not have the wants if it doesn't have a pool. Or you may want to be on the north side of town because that's where your church is, that's where your children's extracurricular activities are, but you find your absolute dream home in central or south town, and because it's not an absolute need, you entertain checking out that option. Now, it's important to establish what your wants and needs are as you're going through the process, because you don't want to fall in love with a home that doesn't fulfill your needs, because whenever things start to get into the process, once you're already under contract, you're going through the inspection period and all of that, as soon as something doesn't happen the way it's supposed to happen, something's wrong with the roof or something's wrong with piping or something like that, which totally can happen, and it's unexpected because you don't know what's going to happen on an inspection report until you've done it. So if something like that happens and you're already not fulfilling your needs, you may have just spent money on inspections and things like that, and then just wake up one day and realize this is not fulfilling what I was looking for when I was buying a house. So very important to know. And also when you're looking for a house, it is strenuous. I mean, your realtor is looking every day trying to fulfill those needs, and your realtor needs to know what you're looking for, because if it's this ambiguous idea of I just want a house with walls and floors, then it can be a little scary. And some people go into it and they just don't know what they want yet, which can be a good thing. Get a variable idea of what's out there and then start establishing, okay, didn't like open concept, or I didn't like this neighborhood, or I absolutely love having an island, I want it no matter what, or establishing, you know what, 3 bedrooms is not enough space, I would love to have an office in my house, so let's really bump it up to 4 bedrooms, or one that has a den that has an option. So it's not going to help you once you've already seen, like, if you're on your 2nd or 3rd tour and just nothing is making sense, you got to go back to the drawing board with your realtor and your partner. If there's multiple people in the process getting the house with you, you need to go back and say, okay, we've seen 10 houses, nothing's making sense. Why? Whenever you're going through the process, your realtor should be taking notes saying, okay, they loved this house, they rated this on a scale of 1 to 10 for their family, blank, and this is why. Your realtor should have an entire catalog of all of the feedback that you've had for all of the tours that you've gone on so they can be doing the work for you. But it does benefit you to also do that on your own account, to record like, okay, my husband really loved house A and B, I liked B, but I didn't like A, and this is why. So when you're reviewing that with your realtor, you can say, we really can't see any other houses without a garage because it's just not gonna make sense. Or my wife is in love with having trees in the yard, and we need to eliminate the ones that don't have it, because at the end of the day, while it's so fun to see houses, the goal is to find one that fits your needs, offer on it, and buy it. So step 2 is establishing what are your wants, what are your needs, doing that with your family, and then presenting that to your realtor so we can do our magic and help you find your home. So I hope that this step helps you. Please tune in for the next video for step 3 in the home buying process, and subscribe to my channel so you know when that video is coming. Click the little bell symbol here and you'll be notified when that video comes up. But otherwise, thank you for supporting me and watching this video, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.